Sheryl Swoopes, a basketball legend and Hall of Famer, decided to question Caitlin Clark's historic win as Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year. Now you'd think this win would be universally celebrated, right? Not so fast. Swoopes dropped some eyebrow-raising comments, hinting that Clark's win might not be all it's cracked up to be. But wait, Indiana Fever's powerhouse GM Amber Cox wasn't about to let that slide. She stepped in, not just with facts and passion, but with a mic-drop level response that defends her star player while keeping it classy and fierce. Trust me, this story is about way more than an award. It's about respect, recognition, and reshaping the narrative for women's sports. So, grab your popcorn, because this showdown is just getting started. But before we dive into all the exciting details, take a moment to support the channel by hitting the like button and subscribing. Joining our community means you'll stay updated on the latest WNBA news, expert insights, and deep dives into big moves like this one. Don't miss a beat as we cover every angle of this major shakeup. So go ahead, show some love, and let's get started.
Sheryl, I'll start with you. What's your reaction to Caitlin Clark winning Time Magazine Athlete of the Year?
I don't think I'm surprised. I'm curious to know who the other candidates were.
It all started when Sheryl Swoopes, during an appearance on Gil's Arena, made some eyebrow-raising comments about Caitlin Clark's big win. Rather than celebrating this monumental achievement for women's basketball, Swoopes decided to question the award criteria, almost as if Time Magazine forgot how to pick their Athlete of the Year. "I'm curious who the other candidates were," she said, questioning if it was about Clark's on-court performance or her overall impact on the game.
First WNBA player to ever win Time Magazine Athlete of the Year. It's pretty special. My question is it based off of her performance?
Now, hold up just a second. Let's be real here. When you win an award like Time's Athlete of the Year, it's not just about being good at the game. It's about making waves, changing the conversation, and showing excellence both on and off the court. And guess what? Caitlin Clark has been absolutely dominating in both areas. Her jaw-dropping performances and highlight reel moments have not only earned her accolades, but also packed arenas, drawn massive TV audiences, and sparked a movement around women's basketball. This isn't just about talent. Caitlin is shifting the entire landscape of the sport and inspiring a whole new generation of fans and athletes along the way.
For the longest time, the WNBA has been trying to get on the global scale, and I feel like that's the direction they are finally headed. I think that WNBA fans have always been proud supporters.
Enter Amber Cox, the Indiana Fever GM, who wasn't about to sit quietly while negativity brewed. She didn't fire back with petty remarks or personal digs. Nope. Instead, she dropped truth bombs, powerful, undeniable facts that left no room for debate. With passion and precision, Cox stood tall and fiercely defended Caitlin Clark, emphasizing her massive impact on the sport. She highlighted how Clark's record-breaking performances have packed arenas, sent TV ratings soaring, and inspired young athletes far beyond the basketball court. Cox made it crystal clear. Caitlin Clark isn't just a star, she's a movement, a force for change in women's sports, and she's earned every bit of recognition coming her way. Caitlin Clark didn't just win this award, she earned it, Cox declared.
I think Caitlin Clark deserved that award. So many eyeballs were on her. She is a huge multiplier effect of that.
Cox made it crystal clear that Clark's influence stretches far beyond her jaw-dropping stats. She's not just scoring points, she's scoring attention for the entire sport. Clark has brought a wave of visibility to women's basketball, drawing in massive crowds, selling out arenas, and putting the sport on the map like never before. She's not just changing the game, she's changing the way people see the game. And honestly, that's a slam dunk response if we've ever heard one.
Like, I don't take anything away from other players that brought more eyeballs. Angel, Cameron, right? Brand recognition these players now have in college absolutely helped the WNBA.
Cox went on to break it all down, explaining how Clark's growing influence is not just a win for her, but a massive boost for the entire sport. She's putting a spotlight on women's basketball like never before, making people sit up, take notice, and cheer for these incredible athletes. It's not just about Clark's talent. It's about how she's changing the narrative, giving the next generation of players role models to look up to, and inspiring young athletes to dream big. Cox emphasized that Clark's success could be the spark needed to drive even more investment in women's basketball, bringing better sponsorships, more televised games, and stronger fan engagement, things the WNBA has been working tirelessly to achieve for years. Now, with Clark leading the charge, the sport's future has never looked brighter. So what exactly was Swoopes' issue, you ask? Well, she suggested that Aja Wilson should have been a stronger contender for the award. Now, don't get us wrong. Aja is an absolute beast on the court, a powerhouse who has proven herself time and time again. But here's the thing, this isn't about turning it into a battle between two incredible athletes. It's about recognizing Caitlin Clark's one-of-a-kind influence on the sport right now. Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's redefining how the game is perceived, selling out arenas, making highlight reels go viral, and drawing record-breaking viewership. Her impact goes way beyond stats. She's becoming the face of a movement that's putting women's basketball in the spotlight like never before. Clark didn't just play basketball, she completely transformed how people engage with the sport. Think about it. Sold-out arenas packed with screaming fans eager to see her play. Viral highlights flooding social media with jaw-dropping moves and game-winning shots. Record-breaking viewership numbers that keep climbing with every game. She's not just an athlete, she's a phenomenon. A powerhouse who has become the face of a movement. Caitlin Clark is changing the way the world views women's basketball, proving that talent, charisma, and hard work can command the spotlight just as much as anyone in sports history. It's no exaggeration, she's not just a player of the year, she's a game changer, rewriting the narrative of the sport entirely.
So are you surprised by Caitlin Clark and the Fever's improvement since the Olympic break?
A hell of a number.
Those are hell of a numbers.
But to me, that's not
Period.
dominating.
Swoopes' comments seem to miss a critical point. Women's sports thrive when athletes support and uplift one another, not when they create unnecessary division. When one athlete wins, the entire sport wins. Amber Cox echoed this powerful sentiment, emphasizing how essential it is for women in basketball to unite, celebrate each other's successes, and work together to push the sport forward. After all, progress is made when athletes cheer each other on, not when they're tearing each other down. Women's basketball is stronger together, and Cox made sure everyone heard that message loud and clear. The WNBA has fought hard for decades to earn the respect and recognition it deserves. Now, with Caitlin Clark grabbing headlines and turning heads, it's a golden opportunity for the entire league to shine brighter than ever before. Having a superstar like Clark bring so much attention to women's basketball should be a win for everyone involved, fans, players, legends, and newcomers alike. Clark's meteoric rise isn't just about her own personal achievements. It's about lifting the entire sport, inspiring the next generation, and setting the stage for even bigger growth in the future. She's showing the world that women's basketball deserves the same spotlight, respect, and fanfare as any other professional sport. And that benefits the whole league, including pioneers like Swoopes. So why all the drama, you ask? Could this be a case of generational friction or just plain misunderstanding? Sheryl Swoopes, a basketball icon who paved the way for many, might feel a deep sense of responsibility for protecting the legacy of the WNBA and ensuring its pioneers get the recognition they deserve. But here's the thing, Caitlin Clark's success doesn't diminish that legacy. It builds on it. Sure, it's understandable to feel protective of the sport you helped shape, but progress means celebrating the next wave of talent too. Criticism shouldn't overshadow the incredible strides being made. Clark's rise benefits everyone involved in women's basketball, bringing attention, sponsorships, and new fans into the mix. That's a win for the entire sport, not just one player or generation. The truth is, Caitlin Clark's remarkable success benefits everyone connected to women's basketball. Think about it, whether you're a pioneer like Swoopes, a rising star dreaming of your breakthrough, or a young athlete just picking up a basketball. Her achievements open doors for the entire sport. Clark's impact extends far beyond the court. She is elevating the visibility of women's basketball, drawing in new fans, increasing sponsorship opportunities, and inspiring the next generation of athletes. Amber Cox's comments were a refreshing reminder that women's basketball deserves to be celebrated as a whole, with every player contributing to its growth. This isn't about choosing sides, it's about recognizing progress and uniting behind the shared goal of pushing the sport to new heights. Amber Cox didn't just stand up for Caitlin Clark, she stood up for the entire future of women's basketball. Her passionate defense wasn't just about one player, it was about setting a new standard where hard-earned success is celebrated, not doubted. Cox made a powerful statement that recognition and praise should uplift athletes and inspire the next generation. The entire sport grows stronger when athletes are encouraged, celebrated, and empowered to keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible on and off the court. Success for one should be a win for all, and Cox made sure the message was heard loud and clear. Caitlin Clark's Athlete of the Year win is more than just a personal milestone. It's a groundbreaking achievement for all women in sports. It sends a powerful message that when athletes break records, inspire millions, and redefine what's possible in their sport, they deserve to be celebrated on the biggest stages. Clark's win reminds us all that progress is being made, and her success isn't just a win for her. It's a victory for every young girl dreaming of making it big, for every athlete who has faced challenges in gaining recognition, and for the entire women's sports community striving for equality and visibility. This award isn't just about stats. It's about the undeniable impact Clark has made in changing the narrative of women's basketball and beyond. As for Swoopes, maybe it's time to shift gears and focus less on tearing others down and more on how we can all build the sport together. Women's basketball thrives when legends, current stars, and rising talent come together, share experiences, and lift each other up. Imagine the power when icons like Swoopes, rising stars like Clark, and other top-tier athletes unite with a common goal: growing the game, inspiring the next generation, and proving that women's sports deserve just as much recognition and respect as their male counterparts. The energy, the passion, and the legacy would be unstoppable. And hey, sports fans, what's your take on all this drama? Do you think this is the final chapter for Swoopes' credibility? Or could this just be a passionate debate with valuable lessons for the entire sports community? Are we witnessing a clash of generations? Or is this a moment for unity and growth in women's basketball? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching. Until next time.